It is getting colder and colder. How can we winterize these cacti to find them in great shape next spring? While there are certain varieties capable of withstanding temperatures well below zero, such as -5, -7, or even -10 degrees, these are often cacti that you will find clinging to rocks in the south of France, for example. It is important to know that these are very well draining soils and the cacti remain with their roots dry during the winter. In the north of France, in the colder regions, if you have this type of cactus, they are likely to freeze, of course. So if you have grown them in the skin, like these opuntia, as in the south of France, before bringing them in to winterize them, it is interesting to let them dry. Above all, do not water them before bringing them indoors. These are cacti capable of withstanding temperatures around 0 degrees Celsius. So if you have a basement, a garage, a shelter where they do not freeze at all, or simply a frost-free greenhouse, meaning they do not freeze during the winter, or very little during the winter, you can keep them throughout the entire winter period. If you are having difficulties bringing your cacti indoors, there is a solution. You can make cutting. Let's take the example of this cactus, of this Opuntia inermis, which means it does not have spines. This cactus has the particularity of withstanding temperatures of around -5 degrees. And it suffered a frost, and we can see it. So last winter I recovered pads in this way. I made some cuttings, and these one-year cuttings have already produced a beautiful plant. So, if you have difficulties keeping them, take that same paddle, place it inside your house in a bright spot, without water, without soil, without anything. And next spring, since these are plants that can live without water, you will take cuttings at the last moment, starting in spring. And they will start to grow again, and in 1 year's time, they will grow by 20 to 30 cm. This is how you can easily preserve cacti. So, a golden rule for bringing in these cacti is that they must always be kept dry. Leave them dry throughout the winter period, and when they are no longer at risk of freezing, starting from March, April, depending on the region where you live, you can put them outside in the sun, and I promise they will bloom the first year.